morning, you awesome lot of young, wonderful people. Favourite people ever. Favourite church ever. Kids' church. Whoop, 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 whoop. This week I got excited thinking, wow, when we go back to church, what are we going to do with you lot? So exciting, although we're still a little way off that yet. But I'm so pleased that this week you guys got to see each other on screen. Hooray! Kids party. Sorry I couldn't be there, folks. But you had lots of other wonderful people on board, which is awesome. So massive, massive thank you for the team that did Kids Party this week. To our wonderful Nettie and Debbie who made the parcels and were on the call, to Tonya who helped to run our wonderful party and come up with ideas, to Jonathan, he's all techie and he knows how to do things, and Sarah Derry for her amazing ideas as well, because she had great ideas for parties. So many people love you lot and want to make sure you have a good time and that you stay connected. So watch this space, because I'm sure there'll be some more exciting stuff like that happening in the future. I'm very excited to know and to see that we actually have some clips and some pictures of your party. Granny is very interested in seeing those. She wants to know why there are rainbows involved. So there we are. I hope we get to hear that. We've got our stories with Granny, as always. We have jokes with Grampy. Some people's favourites, some people's not so favourites. We have some videos and clips and pictures of your great kids party. We don't have art and craft this week, but we do have some worship. So sit back, don't just sit back and relax and watch it, get involved. Enjoy Kids Church and let the fun begin. So here is Granny with our story. Well, hello, my little cherubs. It's that time again. And I hear you've all had half term this week. I hope you had fun. It's been raining a lot here. But we had a bake sale today. A bake sale or a cake sale? We baked lots of cakes and we sold them today. Well, Jake did. He was raising money for the poor teenagers, young people who are on the streets, who need a home and food and education. And so good old Jacob decided to raise lots of money. And you know, he raised over £500. Isn't that wonderful? It is wonderful. I'm very proud of him. So at least we've had something to do this week. We've baked. Granny made her Victoria sponge. I didn't get to try it, folks, because it got sold. But that was the point, wasn't it? I also hear that you had your kids' party. Yeah, put in the chat to Vicky what you thought of it. I think we might have some photographs and videos of some of you at the kids' party, which is very exciting because we want to hear and see what you did. Now, with my rhyming Bible this week, we've run out of stories about Jesus, although we could look in the Bible and there are plenty of other ones, but we'd like our rhyming one. And the next one is actually about Palm Sunday, which is what happened to Jesus sort of just before Easter. So we're going to come back to that nearer Easter. But for now, I thought we'd jump back to the Old Testament, so before Jesus was born. And we're going to do a story, and I felt a bit inspired because I saw sneakily that at the kids' party you had rainbows. Now, I'm not sure why. I'm waiting for someone to explain it to me. But the rainbows did inspire me to go with the story of a floating zoo. I bet you know where I'm going with this. It was, apparently, because I wasn't here, approximately one whole year ago. That's my front door, folks. I'm just going to pause it and Granny's going to go and open the door. I am back. We had somebody collect a cake. Granny had to go to the door. People aren't used to seeing Granny. I do like making people smile. Anywho, This time a year ago, I think it might have even been one of the first kids' churches. Not exactly the first one, but one of the first ones. Certainly, I think the first one Vicky did, maybe, was about rainbows, because we were in a lockdown back then. I wasn't living with Vicky at the time, me and Grampy. We weren't in a bubble. We were off at our little cottage. Anywho, I hear, and I know we did it in our area as well, that people were putting up rainbows and all in the windows to say thank you to the NHS and to show people just love and a hello. And in the Bible, there is a story that is it's not all about rainbows, but it certainly ends with the rainbow. And Vicky definitely talked about it. So we're a whole year on. Can you believe it? A whole year. Well, I say a year, we're only in half term, and we weren't in lockdown in half term, so we're not quite a year yet, but almost a year. Almost, not quite. Let's get that right. Anywho, story. A floating zoo. We didn't do it in rhyming Bible, that's for sure. Vicky didn't have this back then, so she wouldn't have done it. She would have done it straight old from the old Bible. A floating zoo. When God looked at all the people he'd made, he sighed at the sight of them. They're really quite bad. It makes me so sad. I think I should start again. I wonder if any parents wonder that sometimes. He managed to find just one good man, though. So God called to Noah by name. Build a big boat. Make sure it will float. I warn you, it's going to rain. Good rhyme so far. Then Noah did all God told him to do. He followed God's pattern true. He built a great ark. I've lost my words. He built a great ark from gopher wood bark. That's clever, from gopher wood bark. And the rest of the gopher wood too. Yeah, that's great. Love it. He walked. Now, Granny's reading wrong again. He warned all his neighbours the rains would come, but they all just laughed in his face. Your boat is a joke. Who cares if it floats? We never get floods in this place. How wrong were they? They were wrong, weren't they, folks? Now, Noah, God said, here's another small job. I want you to build me a zoo. Hippos and hares, beavers and bears, a couple of each will do. So Noah collected a world full of beasts. Oh my goodness, can I even read that word? Menageried. Menageried. Mangereed? Menagerie. I don't know, folks. Look, I'm going to actually show you this word. Where is it? Yeah. That word there. Obviously, you can't really type, because if you type the word, it's still the same word. But perhaps you could say it out loud now and see if you can figure it out. Menagerie, we'll go with that. So Noah called a world full of beasts. Menagerie 2 by 2. Now taking the Mickey peeps. I don't want anyone taking the Mickey out of Granny's reading. Donkeys and dogs, ferrets and frogs, kittens and kangaroos. There are so many animals in the world. Does anyone know how many animals there are in the world? Maybe you could googly box it and see if you know the answer. I bet there are a lot of animals in the world. If 2 of each of every animal, that boat had to be rather ginormous. We have 2 cats and a dog in this house, and that feels like too many at times. Not sure what it would be like with a kangaroo and a crocodile and a ferret and an ant. All in one. When Noah had loaded the beasts on board, and all of his family too, God shut the door. It started to pour. Just 8 members in the crew. So Noah could only take his family. Everybody else was not on the boat. Even though Noah warned them, people did not listen. Oh no, I skipped a bit. So Noah, his wife, their 3 sons and wives were safe as the waters rose high. But down on the ground everyone drowned as rain fell in sheets from the sky. So although we have a lovely thing that we talk about with rainbows, it's actually quite sad, isn't it? The thought that people were so bad, people behaved so badly and just did not follow God whatsoever. All these people, that they died. They didn't listen. God had to start again, but he started with a wonderful family with Noah. And folks, everything goes back to Jesus because Jesus died for us and rose again, folks. He started again for us and we don't have to. Aren't we lucky? But that doesn't mean we can just sit back and say, oh, well, Jesus died for us, so I don't have to do anything. We still have to listen to God and we have to show and live by his commandments. And the most important things we must do is love our God and love our neighbour, love other people. Yeah, the Wokingham Vineyard motto. Look at that. Love God, love people. Love it. Anyway. For 40 long days and 40 long nights, the rain never ceased to fall. Water like fountains covered the mountains. No bits of land left at all. Floating alone on the watery world 150 days. Noah just waited. He hoped and he prayed that the floods would all go away. The ark came to rest on Ararat, a mountain top stopped so tall. Noah sent from his hand a bird to find land, but the raven found nothing at all. So Noah sent out a white dove instead, and when it came back with a leaf, he knew at long last that the flooding was past, and his passengers all could leave. So out they all poured, and God told them plain to claim the whole earth fresh and new. Fill up my world with boys and with girls, and yes, baby animals too. Then, up in the sky, God pointed, he didn't point. Then up in the sky, God painted a sign, a rainbow, a promise above. I never will send rain like this again and cover the world in a flood. Wowzarini. Did you have a rainbow like that, folks? And that's what we can do. We can look at rainbows and we can remember God's promise to us. And we've just been listening each week and talking about Jesus. And in a few weeks' time, we'll be thinking about Easter. It's all connected, folks. Even the Old Testament, the New Testament is all connected. And I do love reading new stories. I do. So I'm looking forward to hearing in Kids Church, because I will be watching Kids Church. I do look forward to hearing more about your kids' party and what you used your rainbows for. Before we get there, though, I think we may have some grumpy jokes. Well, dearie me. Let's see what they're like, shall we? I will see you next week, folks. Toodaloo!
Good morning, children. Grandpa Macaulay here today. Now, Granny is busy and she said to me, just wait till I come back. But the reality is, she thinks I'm too old and funny to do with all this technology. Well, look at this. I can see into the camera. The only strange thing is I'm not in it. Now, what do I need to do to sort this out? Let me have a try here. Oh, get out of my chair. Oh dear. Is it working? Silly thing. What on earth? Oh. Oh. Made me get out of my seat. Oh. Oh. Oh dear. Goodness, get me blanket on. That's better. Oh. Well, now how am I supposed to see myself? Crazy. I don't like all this technology. In my day, you'd have a cameraman there doing the work. Silly people. Anyway, hopefully this will work and send it out on the airwaves, FM or AM or whatever it is, and you can listen to some of my jokes. Now, I thought this week I'd do some jokes about food, because I do like food. And ever since we've not had those rations from the war, I quite like a bit of food, you see, these days. Packing a little bit, aren't I? Thing is though, with my hip, it's a bit difficult to go running. Anyway. What is black, white, green, and bumpy? A pickle wearing a tuxedo. And what do you call cheese that isn't your cheese? Nacho cheese! Give it back. It's mine. And what's the best thing you can put into a pie? I love pie, I do. Your teeth. I do like a pie. And I was out for the restaurant the other day, and I said, waiter, come here. This food tastes funny, I said to him. And the waiter said to me, well, why aren't you laughing then? We did have a laugh. Did you hear about the joke? Did you hear the joke about peanut butter? Well, I'm not going to tell you because you might spread it. Oh dear, goodness me. Well, I mean, don't want to do too many jokes, do I? Now, hopefully, this will go out. I can see the red light. So hopefully this will go out to you all. Anywho, see you next time.
Stop! Okay, we're on.
This way, I know you're waiting every step I take. Faith here, aka Minnie Wolf. On Friday we did a party on Zoom, and this is what we did. I made a rainbow out of tissue paper and a rainbow napkin, and I had some rainbow belts, but I ate them all. And I had some hoops, but I ate them all. I had a cup with all my tissue paper, but I used them all. Oh, I still have some purple though. I had a glue stick to stick on the tissue paper. And yeah, no. And I got a slinky. And I got a party popper that had glitter in it. And I got some Haribos. I haven't eaten them all. I might have to eat them today. And I got some bubbles. And I got a broken sticky man that needs surgery. There. And it is sick. Yeah. And I got this balloon. And and a party invite to invite Jesus to our party, and also who we can invite to the Easter party next time we have a party.
Good.
Bye.
Can I just see your eyes? Because you've got rainbows on your eyes, haven't you? Shut your eyes. Yeah. Very good. So rainbow theme. Okay.
Bye. I like when they made our little rainbows, and I like when people told us jokes. They were quite funny.
And Hermano, what did you like?
I like the painting
And the sweeties.
and sweeties.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Auntie Vicky.
Wow, what a great kids church today. Thank you everybody so much for your contribution, and what a wonderful kids party you had. I am jealous I wasn't on it now. I just get to hang around with the teenagers, the youth, on their calls. I think maybe next time I might have to get involved. And you know Granny will be moaning that she didn't get an invite. Who wants an old lady on their call anyway? Anyway, brilliant. Thank you so much for sending over those pictures and clips. It's so lovely to share them and see each other. Guys, I'm going to ask again, we need some more jokes for Grampy. Otherwise, we're just going to be listening to his each week. So send over your clips of anything you want to share with us. Absolutely anything. We'll watch it. We love it. We love you. We want to see you. And, I hope this week goes all right. Just going to silence the phone a mo. We'll see what happens with Boris tomorrow. And apart from that, I will see you next Sunday. Take care, everybody.